Welcome to Make It Weird, guys. Blah, 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 blah. What a great start, huh? Welcome to Make It Weird, where boundaries go to die. I'm your host, Terry James, where you guys are actually the star. Just want to get to know people. I don't want any small talk. That's the whole concept of this show. You simply call the number that's going to be listed on the explanation right here of the show, right here on the screen. I'm going to ask you a question which is designed to make both of us a little bit uncomfortable. No more, none of this dilly dallying type of stuff. It's not an interview show. We're just going to get to know each other. The response has been absolutely incredible. And I can't thank you guys enough for it, for what's happening right now. So thank you so much for all of that. Let me open up the chat here. Let me see if anybody's going to even be joining. Let me see if anybody, because I'm very concerned about today's show. I'm very concerned about my timing of this. As I'm waiting for people to join, I'm going to be explaining, but I'm the timing of this, I didn't know how many people would be even doing this on a Saturday night. In theory, this is going to be good. I'm just going to wait. Hey guys, welcome to Make It Weird, where boundaries go to die. We do not have any dilly dallying on this show. We don't have any of that stuff going on. There's none of that small talk. We just get right to it. I ask you a serious question off the top, and then we get to know each other. I'm going to go ahead and put up my phone number right now if you guys want to call it, if anybody wants to call it. I'll be honest, I don't imagine a lot of people calling tonight, but I'm going to give it a try. I would love to do this at night, but I don't know if I have enough followers yet for this to be a nighttime show. My theory is that people here have a really good, when you're at home and you're kind of chilling right now, you're not at work, you're not doing anything like that, where you have time to call. Maybe you've had a couple cocktails in you. I don't know. Whatever it is, I'm down with it. So call this number. I've got a question that's designed to make us both uncomfortable. We're going to get to know each other. The last 8 episodes or 7 episodes have been fantastic. It's been so much fun. But I've been juggling the time slots. And I know that it's 10:43 on the East Coast right now. Some people are 2 sheets to the wind. Some people may just never call just because of that. I don't know. But that's the phone number you call right now if you'd like to be on the show. If you want to be a little part of this action, call it right now. Don't be afraid. Don't be afraid. A lot of people are a little afraid, but this is for the brave right now. This really is. Let me see what the chat is saying. Hey, Caleb, how you doing? Nice to see you. Hello, Jay. Nice to see you. But call us. Call us. What am I saying? Me. We'll get to it. I'm just going to wait. We're going to make it real uncomfortable from the start. See how many people are on right now. Hello, everybody on Facebook. Hello to everybody on YouTube. And hello to Twitch. Twitch is my fastest growing audience right now. I can't believe that. Thanks, Twitch. Appreciate it. So those of you that don't know what's going on, if you're just swinging by right now, you have no idea who I am or what's happening, this is a very exciting show for me to do. Here we go. What's your name?
Caleb.
Caleb.
Yes, sir.
What advice would you give somebody who's feeling really uncomfortable at the stage of life that they're in right now? Does that make sense?
Yeah, it makes sense. What advice would I give them?
Yeah. Well, what would you tell them if a buddy of yours was just like, I don't know, man, wherever I'm at in my life right now, I'm just really super uncomfortable.
Just keep working, I would think. I mean, who's comfortable at the stage you're at in life? I mean, I think everybody's always striving to get to a different stage in life.
Yeah, I'm going to be honest. I'm asking this because it's me who actually needs the advice. I don't want to bull crap anybody right now. I'm
Right.
feeling super uncomfortable about where I am right now. There's so many things in my life that are up in the air that find myself just not sleeping at night, questioning everything I'm going to do, trying to predict what a radio company might do or something like that. It's driving me crazy.
I can see that for you. I mean, I mean, that's honestly to me, that's like rich guy problems. But but
I
I just
I don't
I
think
mean,
it's
it's the same thing. It's the same thing everybody goes through in life. Like, you're constantly trying to find some way to like make sure you're going to be okay and you're going to be comfortable. Like, that's always going to be a struggle for me, anyways. Like,
yeah, I
my
don't
my line of work
yeah, I don't
sucks.
look at it as yeah, I don't look at it as rich guy problems. It's just like, you're sitting there and you're questioning everything you're doing, everything you've done in your life. I think everybody does that.
Right. Yeah. So
What
you're questioning it in what way? Like, I mean, I think you've been a pretty valid and
well,
a
okay, I'll just
present person for a lot of people since the '90s. I mean,
yeah, and I appreciate that, but I will tell you this. I'm at a stage in my life where I want to keep going. I want to keep doing exactly what you just said. But I
right.
kind of feel like people my age kind of age out a little bit, or the new technology slows people down, or or just nobody gives a crap anymore because the
Well,
landscape.
everybody's like, as far as the younger generation these days, they're so just in their little cells that they carry around in their hand. That is just I mean, either you're appealing to a crowd or you're not. But you guys have a really big old school following.
Yeah,
People, I would think.
yeah, we
Uh,
do, but I've tried so many different things that
right.
I feel, and this is just me, maybe my my mind playing tricks on me. I've tried so many different things that people go, up, it's just another thing from Terry, the boy who cried wolf stuff.
Nah.
But I
Yeah.
love that.
You
I
think
love
people
this show. I really do
think
love
people
this
see it
one.
that way? Yeah. I mean, this one is. I've been watching since the first episode. You guys, you're really raw with this. Like, I
It,
like this, and the things you're doing with chaos and all. It's fun.
yeah, I'm
It's good
having
to
a
watch.
blast. But so what was when's the last time you questioned yourself?
Oh shit, every day. I mean, like so I'm single. I'm 47. I'm unmarried. I've never been married. Never had any kids. And I work my ass off all the time. Being a carpenter, building houses. People are repairing damaged houses and fire damage stuff like that. But I always have a boss. Like, I just the girl I'm dating and all. I look at things and I'm like, am I ever like gonna be good enough to like? Hell, man, I can't even buy a house. And I mean, $25 an hour is what I'm making. And like, it sucks. Like, it's
Yeah.
like I can't even afford to live on that. And I'm here building houses for millionaires.
Yeah.
I can't even build
Yeah.
my own house.
Yeah, doesn't that suck?
Yeah, sure does.
When it's like, it's not fair. I've never, you talked about the rich guy problems. My wife and I were talking about this today as we stayed over the weekend. We stayed in this really nice hotel. We had a free night stay at this brand new fancy swanky hotel.
Oh yeah.
And we were laughing because we said, why is it that we only get along with the people who work here?
I really laughed at the hotel staff. Yeah,
Yeah,
I see that.
we only feel like and when I bought a home, it's like when I lived in the other downtown area, the only people that were my friends really in that building were the people that worked there, the maintenance guys,
Right, like a pool guy, and yeah, I
yeah,
get it.
those are my
Yeah,
guys.
yeah, yeah.
I just feel out of touch with everything else. I
Well, because
don't,
they're like maintaining your comfortability, and
I
first off, and also they're like the most real people there. Everybody else has got their head in the clouds doing their own
yeah.
self-centered shit.
Even when I was doing my best financially, I'll be honest, I never felt comfortable with it. I was never going to say I didn't want it. I'm not complaining by any means, but I just never felt real comfortable with it.
Right.
But so I want to go back to what you were talking about earlier. You're unmarried, you're 47, is that right?
Right.
Do you feel like you're missing out on not being married or anything like that? I've got a nephew who's in his 50s, he's unmarried.
No, actually, when I met the girl that I'm dating now, 3.5 years ago, uh, I I asked her, I was like, so, how do you feel about having babies? And she's like, babies are disgusting. I was like, yeah, we're gonna get along great. Yeah.
You know,
I mean,
it's
I've traveled around a lot and I've raised other people's kids throughout my life and stuff, and I'm just, yeah, I'm good.
yeah, I mean, that's one of the cool things about it, being, in your 40s and up.
Right.
You you really know what you don't want anymore. You really know what you can't, what you don't want to handle, what you don't want to deal with. And
Right.
I just think that when you're more focused when you get a little older, I think more stuff happens to you. I think you create more opportunities. I have a feeling that you're probably, without even realizing it, you're probably creating a lot more opportunities than you realize, because you're not going to mess around with anything. Your mind's clear for a lot of different things now.
I'm definitely centered in on what I want. Like I work with good people, and the guy who I'm working with now, he even when he can't keep me busy repairing houses and stuff, he just gets me doing stuff for himself, like his own home repairs and stuff. He's like, I have to keep him busy doing something because otherwise somebody else will grab him. So like, it's
That's
good to
true.
have that.
That's true. You're too valuable, aren't you?
Yeah, and I know it, and I like it, so it's cool.
Are you have you thought about opening up your own business? Can you do that?
I'm so non-paperwork inclined. I don't
Hey,
want to do the computer programs and all that. Like as far as getting my own LLC and doing, like the whole contractor's license and doing all that. I mean, I could probably go up to the town office and get a handyman's license and do just about everything anyway.
yeah.
But I kind of just, I'm okay with having a boss. Like I'm cool with that. Like if I got somebody who knows how to do all the paperwork, draw up all the blueprints for everything I need to do, and just hand it to me, and I just go do my thing,
Yeah,
I'm
that's
happy that way.
that's the way I feel about this show right now. It's like I need some help, to make this thing grow. And it's a set of skills that I don't have. I don't know how to edit video for shorts, and I don't know how to do this and that.
You gotta get Don Zulo, man.
I need to. I'll be honest. I don't think Don Zulo knows either. But Don Zulo feels the exact same way as I do about
What the
this,
hell?
needing somebody to help him, because he's got some great ideas himself. Well, Caleb, I really appreciate you coming on, man, and I hope you have a good weekend. And I'm
You as
glad
well.
I'm glad somebody called tonight. I wasn't sure if it would work or not this time of night. So thanks, man.
Oh yeah, man.
I
Oh yeah.
appreciate it. All right, buddy.
Good talk to you, sir.
Bye.
All right, have a good one.
Who's this?
Terry, this is Kurt Tanner. How you doing?
Hey, buddy. Here we go.
I'm ready, buddy.
When was the first time that you ever felt independent as a kid?
As a kid, well, that's a great question. Probably the first time I would probably have to say when my parents gave me my car, my car for my birthday. When I got my car, and I was actually able to venture on out from the house itself, and kind of get into a world as I've never seen before.
Isn't that amazing? Isn't that amazing how that happens?
As a kid, you get, shuttered from a lot of things. Your parents try to do the best to keep you from the things, and all of a sudden you get out in the real world and you realize it's not the world that you once thought it was.
No, it's bigger, and sometimes it's more inspirational and exciting, and then other times it's scary as hell.
It's right. I mean, it's either one or the end. It's not. There's no happy medium. It's either all the way this, or it's you're suffering from this. I mean, yeah, you're right, Terry. I mean, especially when you're a kid, you don't really realize the things that you do until you have to experience them for yourself. And kind of getting back to the caller with Caleb, that question that you asked Caleb. I'm sorry, I don't know, if I was able to even comment on that, Terry. But in today's world, and I do apologize if I'm kind of stepping on my boundaries, but today's world, we kind of get subject to social media or the way things we think they're supposed to be. One thing that I've realized, especially being a parent myself, is there is no manual to how you do things. It's how you do things. And a lot of times when we forget that we can do these things, or that we fall subject to how we think we should do, that we forget that we can do those things in ourselves. And we don't have to do it like everybody is, because we are humanity in itself, which makes us so individual, which makes us so unique, that we do things the way we do.
Hey, Kurt, are you walking around?
No, I'm sorry. I got a fan right by me. I'm in Florida, Terry. I do apologize.
No, it's so hard to hear what you're saying, and I know what you're saying is money. I can tell what you're saying is money. So if you could just keep that fan off your face, I can hear you better.
I do apologize, Terry. It's quite warm down here in Florida.
I understand. So it's weird because you talked about getting the car. I remember I was, saved all my money at walking around on a paper route. And I bought this yellow Stingray bike. And I remember driving out of my neighborhood for the first time. And I was like, holy hell, I'm on my own. I have to make my own decisions and everything else. It was such a fantastic feeling. And it's something that do you think that we take that for granted? Because that was our inspirational time, and all we really got to do is get out of our comfort zone, don't you think?
I totally agree, Terry. And sometimes when we are so overwhelmed with things, we forget how to manage them themselves, and sometimes even forget how to enjoy it. And then sometimes, like you said earlier, turn it into something negative or something that might come back to you. But yeah, you're absolutely right. I mean, something like that is kind of petty when you think about it today. I mean, when we get older, we don't think about things, riding a bike or the freedom that we had. But something like that, when you were that age, was so, how do you want to say, the best thing in the world. You had the freedom. You were able to do whatever you wanted to. And like you said, make your own decisions. And it was scary, but again, it led you to the road or that hurdle that you had to get to the next step or to the next big thing or whatever it was that would lead you to something or your next big adventure.
Do you think there's a way to keep that going as we get older in life, or to recapture at least just some of it?
Sometimes, Terry, even when you say that, it's amazing because sometimes, and I long time listener to the show, and I know you don't have any kids or whatnot, but I kind of found myself with being a parent reliving that with my kids, or putting myself in that predicament, or to kind of remember things that I once enjoyed, or a time in which I didn't see evil, or the world in which we see it today. It's kind of refreshing, and at the same time, it's like you said, it's the reward that you feel just from reliving that moment or experiencing that feeling that you felt. To me, is just in all ecstasy.
Okay,
it makes you feel, and again, just not only to relive it, but to enjoy it, and again, enjoy it with your kids.
Okay. No, I get it. I want to go a little deeper. You said something. What is evil to you? What's one of the first evil things you saw?
The world is evil to me, Terry. Everything in this world is evil. Everything is temptation. Everything is something that will turn you in a sense. It's how you accept the evil, or it's how you manage the evil, or how you know that it's still there and not let it bother you. It's always going to be there, no matter which way you look at it. And no matter how hard you try to find, even history itself will prove that to you, that evil will always be here. But we as humans, as far as the way I look at it, is we learn to be able to manage it by knowing that it's still there, but still being able to enjoy our life and not be subject or not be, brought down by the evil in itself.
Man,
at least in my eyes, anyway.
You are an old soul. I'm telling you right now. It's something that I've been going through as well. It's like, And you see it all, you know, if you spend any time obviously on social media, and I don't want to blame social media for everything, but I have to post. It's part of my job. And I want to connect with people. I want to let them know that I read what their comment was. I want to like their comment or comment back. I mean, to me, that's what social media is.
Exactly.
But it's brutal out there. And oftentimes I find myself doom scrolling. And then I'll see something where somebody says something so asinine, and I'm like rubbing my hands together, going, oh man, I have a special skill. I could go ahead and hammer this person pretty good, maybe even get a laugh out of people, you know? And then when I look at the comments, and I feel bad for doing it, I would do it from time to time. And then I felt bad for doing it. Then I look at the comments, and there's a million people saying exactly what I wanted to say anyway. So I just now have relaxed and just taken a step back from all of that. And some of that evil has, like you just said, has gone out of my life.
Yeah, and again, Jerry, I mean, it's always going to be there, and sometimes we, as I mean, I know I myself, yeah, I mean, especially with social media, I mean, the way that it is today, it kind of runs the world, and we fall subject to how we think we're supposed to be, not realizing that we're just be you, just do what you do or do what you do, because again, sometimes when we put that big monster in front of us. Sometimes that monster scares us, and we tend to run for the hills.
I
And
love
even
it.
with comments and things like what you said, sometimes that one thing will eat at you and eat at you and eat at you. And, you won't even sleep. It will always be in your mind. But that one thing was that one thing to you. And,
Yeah.
many other people probably let it go or just overlooked it. But to you, it was something that you took it to heart.
Yeah.
But with that being said, sometimes when you just let it go or just you're going to get criticism. You're going to do this, or you're going to see bad things. And sometimes people do it just to be evil. Sometimes people just want to be mean. But with that being said, just to accept it for what it was and to move on, or just to let it be at negative comment or what somebody said, and then just you know what, I'm good with this. And again, it was what makes you even think to make me do something different, or to maybe even be better.
Yeah.
So that maybe that comment, or even just to build on your, your socialness or the way that you present yourself altogether.
Yeah. I mean, I find that anytime anybody tries to do something to better themselves, people come out of the woodwork to kind of knock them down a little bit.
Yeah.
They kind of like you where you are,
Exactly.
Well, man,
they get jealous of it, Terry.
I guess that could be it, or they just don't feel good about themselves. It makes them feel bad about themselves. Like, well, if this guy's out there working hard, that's why I never liked the people that are out there. I'm working hard. It's the hustle culture. Do this, do
Yeah.
that. I don't care about that. It just makes
Right.
people feel bad that and you're trying to build yourself up like I'm better than you.
Yeah.
That stuff drives me crazy. But man, I really appreciate it's Kurt, right?
Yes.
Yeah,
Terry.
I really appreciate. I couldn't tell the wind was gone. So now I really appreciate you, Kurt. Thank you so much for calling, man.
And you stay strong, Terry.
All right, buddy. You too. Thanks. Have a great weekend.
All right, buddy. You too.
All right. So, hello to everybody who is in the chat rooms. Hello. Good to see you guys there. I'm going to go ahead and throw the. Oh, wow. Somebody already has the number. All right, here we go. And by the way, thank you for waiting for the call to end before you try to call. I appreciate that. What's your name?
Zach.
Zach. Oh, it's Zach. Is this Zach coming back again?
It is.
Oh, how you been since the last call, buddy?
Hey, man, doing a lot better.
Are you?
Yeah, doing a lot better.
That's good.
What about you, Terry?
Well, I'm all right. I'm on vacation right now, so I'm getting some sleep, so I feel pretty good. I want to know something. I got the question I want to ask you right now is,
Sure.
everybody has something very special about them. I've always believed this, but I don't know necessarily about what's original about people. What about you that you think is original about you? It's a tough question. It's a weird way I word it.
Original about me?
Yeah.
Are you asking me what I can see in people?
Yeah, or whatever. What is original? What do you have about you, a quality about you that you don't think, that you don't know anybody else that has it?
I mean, that would be just kind of thinking really highly of myself that other people can't be the same. I mean, I would like to think that I'm genuine and can see uh, honesty and good in people, even though they don't see it themselves.
Now, the last time you called, it was weird. But if you were, I'm sure you remember,
Oh yeah, yeah,
you were a little nervous. And
yes,
then there
definitely.
was a complete change in your voice. You just kind of changed things and said, "Screw it, I'm just going to go ahead and be me here."
Yeah,
Has that kind of? Did you learn anything from that? Have you carried on with that? Did you kick some of your fears to the curb?
yeah. I mean, just taking risks and trying new things. Uh, there was always a hesitation, and doing that first jump of calling you and having that nervous, and then kind of listening back and hearing myself. It was really weird hearing my voice for the first time on something,
You're telling me
and
I can't help. I can't stand listening to myself.
it's so weird.
Yeah. So, what's one of the bigger risks that you want to take? What's something you've always wanted to do, but you've just thought, that's just too risky?
I've always wanted to do a YouTube show or a podcast
Hmm.
for a long time, and it's just been in the back of my mind, and it's never shot out until recently.
Yeah. Why don't you?
It's a good question, Terry.
What's holding you
I don't
back?
really have an
Yeah.
excuse right
Yeah.
now.
What is holding you back? Is it time? Is it finances? Is it lack of equipment? Is it lack of an idea? You know?
No, you really didn't name any of them that I'm lacking. I mean, it's me.
That's my special gift.
Right, exactly. It's me. It's I'm in my own way right now.
It's neat that you know that. A lot of people that are in their own way don't even recognize it. They usually blame other people
Yeah, I can't do that.
or other circumstances, or there's a quote that I love. There's this guy that I'm just such a big fan of. His name's Richard Bach, and he
Yep.
wrote the book Jonathan Livingston Seagull. And but he has this quote that says, "If you fight for your limitations, sure enough, they're yours." And that's kind of what you're doing right now.
Yeah,
You're just kind of going, well, I'm just not, ready or anything like that. Listen, I will. I'm not. This isn't supposed to be an advice show, but
no.
I see something in you that that seems like it's just dying to get out.
It just wants to talk all
Uh,
the time.
and it's not even just talking all the time. And it's not like
Yeah.
liking to hear your voice. And that's what if I showed you when I was writing down the reason why I wanted to do this show
Yeah.
is that, and I could actually go back and look at it. The first reason I wrote down was that people want to be heard. And I want to be a place where people know that they're not invisible. I could easily get celebrities on this show. I could easily do that type of stuff. It could be an interview show like that, but I don't want
Mhm.
that. I think that people like you and people that are in the room right now, and there's so many great stories there that are just waiting to unfold, and there's so much talent out there that's waiting to be seen. And I want to learn from you. I want to learn from everybody. And
You know,
go ahead.
when what I have in my mind isn't about money, isn't about fame or any of that. It's really about just talking to people like you're doing.
Yeah.
And go ahead.
No, I was just going to say, I had somebody when I first came up with this idea. I hadn't even done a show yet, but I had talked about the idea, and somebody called me or messaged me and said, I've always wanted to do a show like that. Do you mind if I do it? And most of the time, people would say, well, I'm kind of doing that. Why would you want to, that type of stuff.
Of course.
I didn't hesitate. I said, you have to do it. Do it. I don't care if I would love if a million people did shows like this. I just think everybody would be happier if a million people did shows like this. I'm not trying to hang on to this like this is some brilliant idea or anything. I really hope that you try to do something. Not even try, you just do it. And if you're waiting for the right time, and this is a thing that I also did about this show, I wanted to have a right logo. I wanted to have a right name. I wanted to have the right day to do it. I wanted to have the right help. I'm doing this on my own, and I really needed a partner. I wanted somebody to help me with editing videos and that knew more about YouTube and that knew more about all this kind of stuff that I know, that was passionate about it and would be on my team. And we could do this together, and I just want a small group of people. And I was going to wait for that. I was going to go, I'm going to find somebody like that. And then I said, you know what? I'm just going to do this show. Maybe they'll find me. Maybe they won't. But
20 minutes before your show came on, I had a nightmare that woke me up. I was only asleep for 25 minutes. And I came in here and waited for your, I guess I'm the third caller.
yeah,
I'm just drawn to everything you're doing recently, like a lot.
well, thank you. I am too.
Yeah.
I really am. I woke up this morning. I went, tonight I'm going to try a night one. I'm going to see what
Yeah.
happens. I'm going to get the lights going on in the background. I'm going to, I'm so excited about this. And then I'm all day long, I was going, God, I hope people call. This has got such a small audience right now. I'm like, I hope people call. I hope enough people want to do this, and there's quite a few people here. And I was stressing over nothing, man. Stressing over nothing.
Yeah. People love what you're doing.
Well, people would love what you're doing too. You know what? If you do that, I would like to be your first subscriber, man. And I will be.
That would be great.
I will
Yeah.
be. So
Man.
let me know when you get it done. And I'm glad that you are the last call that you called. At first I don't want regular callers all the time on this. That was my first thought. But you know
Yeah.
what? I love it. Because I feel like I'm becoming friends with you guys. And I love it. I've thought about you since that phone call. It's not like, I hung up and went, oh, there's a show. I'm going to post that. Hopefully I'll get 30,000 likes. No, I think about this show a lot. And I hope that you find something that you think about first thing in the morning, that you think about before you go to bed. I have room for things in my life. I love Lex and Terry show. I love doing that. I always have. And I don't take it for granted. It's not on cruise control by any means. I love being creative and being around other creative people, but I also love this. So, man, I really hope you give it a try. Please give it a shot, man, and let me know what goes on. All right.
Thank you, Terry.
Thank
Thanks
you.
for answering.
Thank you, Zach. I appreciate it. All right. Look at that. Look at that. Whew. I only had 3 questions planned today. I don't know if I should keep going or not. I don't know. Shall I roll the dice? Okay, I'm going to put the phone number up again. All right, I'm going to put the phone number up again and see what happens, and I'll try to come up with another. We're going to call this the bonus round because I've never really had this before, but this is the number you could call right now. Love to hear from you. Be patient when you do call because it takes me a while to flip over. I got to hit a couple buttons. This is another thing. I'd love to have somebody producing this and putting, anyway. Excuse me. Can you burp on YouTube? I don't know. There's so many rules about YouTube, what you can and can't do on there. So, but I would like to thank everybody who's joining on Twitch and is joining on YouTube and on Facebook. And I hope that you guys comment. From one thing that I've learned, and listen, I don't know what's going on. I'm learning. But one thing that I've learned, hang on a second here. Who's this?
Terry.
Terry, hi. Okay, here we go. Here we go. Let's see here. I've written a bunch of questions down.
Okay.
I'm just trying to see which one I'm feeling right now. So weird doing this show because it is all about feel. Let's just talk about that. Let's just talk about that. It's not even a question though. Do you trust your gut?
Yes. Always.
Is it always right?
I've learned, put it this way, the times that I didn't trust it, I learned that I should have because it was right.
It's weird because I've my whole life I've learned to trust my gut, and I've by that even my choosing friends, the right friends, choosing a wife, choosing a career, everything. I've learned to trust my gut, but there are times when I don't feel like I'm in tune, that I'm grounded enough to trust my gut.
Right.
Have you ever felt that way? Have you ever felt like my
Yes.
life's a little out of control right now? I hope I don't have to make any good decisions here.
Exactly. Yes.
So do you avoid making decisions or because I find that when I'm in that mood, I even have a name for it. I call it, hang on a
What's that?
second here. I call it being out of my power.
Oh, I like that.
And there are times when I feel like I'm powerful, like I can make some good decisions. Not all of them are going to be right, but I always know that. I mean, I did a post about it today on my social media thing that you just kind of know things are going to work out. Please don't try to call right now, people. I'm on the phone with somebody. See, this is another thing I need to work out.
Yeah, this is Terry talk now.
Yeah,
Come on.
this is it. So what's do you remember a time when everybody was probably telling you shouldn't do something, but you trusted your gut and did it anyway?
Uh-huh. Uh, well, the more that I was thinking more along the lines of people telling me not to do something and I did it anyway, and I should have listened to them.
Yeah.
Uh,
So
and yes, my gut was telling me that I should have listened to them, and I didn't.
nice spin. I
it was-
like it.
Exactly. The stubbornness in me coming through. I'll show you I can do this, and well, hey, I did it all right.
Do you think that sometimes your ego gets in your way?
Definitely. Yes.
That's something I've had.
Not so much the older I've gotten, because I recognize it now.
Hey, Monroe, Louisiana. I'm sorry. Quit trying to call. All right. I'm on the phone with somebody. Thank you. Don't mean to be a dick. So, yeah, what were we talking about? Because I was on a roll there.
A decision, following my gut, other people.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I just, I love knowing what's happening and I love feeling like I'm in control, but you never really are. And then you have to when things kind of screw up, you kind of have to go, you know what? Something good's going to happen out of it, but you have to be open for that.
Very true. And I do now try to find the good in even the bad decisions.
I know what we're talking about. We were talking about ego. Oh,
Yes.
This is one of my favorite subjects, by the way.
Oh.
I think everybody can relate to this who's listening and watching right now. Ego will destroy you. I've seen it
Yes, it will.
destroy so many people. I've seen people lose trust in others. I've seen people, I mean, it is the worst thing ever. But there's that fine line. Do you think there's a fine line there, but being able to because you have to have confidence. And some people would say that's egotistical.
Right. there's I've always felt there's a fine line between being confident and arrogant.
Yeah. And what do you think that is?
Humble pie, if you will.
Yeah.
know?
When you, I'll tell you what, you're right. When you get served some humble pie, it makes you, and you've got nobody to blame but yourself.
Yes.
Woo!
That's what it's all down to.
Yeah. If you don't learn from that, if you don't grow from that, you're never going to grow, you know?
I do know. Yes.
Yeah. Do you have an idea or anything where you know an ego got to you? Because I know when it got to me the worst.
What do you mean?
Well, I'll tell you. You know, I when I started to get successful with the Lex and Terry show, I felt like, and I had a lot of people telling me that, including my agent and everybody else, that content is king. You know, you guys are untouchable. You guys are this, you guys are that. You know, there's nobody that does what you do. And I was having that told to us all the time, and I started believing it, and we were making money, and then all of a sudden the radio industry changed, where they didn't want to pay people anymore. They didn't want to do anything like that anymore. They were losing money, and I got really lazy. I started laying on the, you know, because of my ego. I started laying on the couch more. I put on weight. I wasn't very kind to people. Even though, yeah, even though I talked to my wife about this, I would, I would say I wasn't really good to you then, and she would say, "Oh, you were fine," but I wasn't. I know she was just being nice there. So I just think ego can really turn you into a big piece of crap. And in my case, it did. Do you have any memories of when an ego really busted you?
No, I'm sitting here racking my brain. It's more. I don't know. I can't say I haven't enjoyed success at your level, if you will.
Well, yeah.
I've had certain moments in my life, in my professional life, where I was a shining star, if you will. Excuse me.
Yeah, I don't. It's weird because I don't, and this is going to sound cheesy, and people are going to go, "You're full of it, Terry," but this is me just projecting. I don't look at success or achieving something that, these moments in our life that we're getting rewarded for our hard work or dedication or something like that, or sometimes just plain luck. I don't look at it as one's bigger than the other. Does that make sense?
Yes.
I think that a victory is a victory. I don't think it's like, well, it'd be better if I made more money or something like that. No, a victory is a victory, and they all feel the same. They're all like a dopamine hit, So I don't know why I got a little weird when you said I haven't, to your level, because in my mind, no, I'm not anywhere.
Well, I meant more like it on that scale.
No, I understand. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. Well, any other thing you want to add to this, or?
No, I'm sorry. I got nothing, man.
No, it's good. I appreciate you calling, Terry. Thank you so much.
You're welcome. It's good to talk to you.
All right. You do.
Talk
bye.
with you.
All right. So I see Elise in the chat. And I did bust the chops. You could call now, Elise, if you'd like. I'll put the phone number up. Let me put the number up right now. Oops. Let's see here. Yeah. I mean, if I'm talking to somebody, I'm obviously talking to somebody. I only have one phone line, so you're just going to hear somebody calling in all the time. But I'd love to ask you a question, Elise, if you have time to do it. I don't want to leave you behind. Don't want to do that. Let's see here. Let's see here. Chris, this hits home so much. I've been through my business with my changes of time and industry. Truly enjoy this, Terry. Thank you. Thank you, Chris. I appreciate it. Means a lot. Anybody else want to give it a try? Here we go. Let me guess. Elise?
You are correct. And I may fangirl a little bit. I'm sorry.
You may what?
I said I may fangirl a little bit. I'm sorry.
There's-
I love y'all so much.
Well, no, thank you.
I've been listening to y'all for years. That's just like I do not put my phone on anything. I just turn on Rock 106 and listen to y'all every morning.
No, I appreciate you, and no need to fangirl or anything like that. Where
I mean, I kind of am.
well,
sorry.
I
I can't help it.
well, maybe I'll ask you a question you'll hate me for. Hold
Okay.
hold on
Go
a
for
second here. Somebody's trying to call right now from Iowa. Do not call, people. I'm talking. See what I'm doing? I'm talking to Elise. Do not call. This is where I need a couple of phone lines. This
I think you do.
obviously is going to become
Like I think Sarah needs to be there to like help you out right now.
yeah. She's too busy in Italy right now. This is a
Oh,
This is
jealous.
this is one of those things where obviously I'm going to have to figure out how to do this on the show.
Well,
here.
you're working a lot. That's great. I mean,
Okay, let's see here. Let me ask you something. Do you love yourself?
no, definitely not.
Why?
Oh, you don't really want to go into my whole psyche, man. I
I
love
mean,
my kids.
you
I
know,
love my husband.
yeah.
Um, I lost my dad recently.
I'm sorry.
It's been very, very hard because he was my person, you
Mhm.
know.
Yeah.
And I don't know what to do with it, man. Like my parents have been divorced since I was like 8, so my mother's no help.
Yeah.
She hates the man.
So how
And
long?
he's dead. She still hates him.
God, don't you love that? Don't you love the maturity level there?
Right? I'm just like, Jesus fucking Christ, woman. That was like 30 years ago. Get over it.
Yeah, that's crazy.
But I mean, I guess some pain
Yeah, she has
is
her
really
own.
deep.
She has her own reasons, and
Well, he cheated on her. He had an affair, and then he
Oh.
married the one he had an affair with. So, I
Oh.
mean, I get it, but at the same time, it's been 30 years. We
Yeah,
should
that-
probably move on from that.
yeah, that's pretty painful. That's a very hard thing to overcome, to see somebody else, in the life that should have been yours. You know. Do you
Yeah,
do you
I
feel
think that's how she saw it.
do you
yeah.
because right now I could I could tell you have a problem with your mother, and a lot of women do that I know.
What is up with that,
I
man?
I don't know. Do you ever feel like you want to give her some sort of grace, or do you like?
I have given her a lot of grace. I don't know if you've ever heard, you probably have since you're from California, the Worldwide Church of God.
Boy, I don't know.
It was based out of Pasadena.
Hmm.
It was basically a cult,
Yeah, there's a lot of those out there, aren't there?
and that's what I grew up in
Oh man, okay.
with my mother.
Now this is
That's
getting.
what made my dad leave. Like,
Oh,
she thinks it was just an affair. Like, no, bitch. He
Yeah.
didn't want to do anything with your crazy ass fucking religious cult.
yeah, I would do some
And
cheating.
neither did I, but I was a child. I had no choice.
Do you think that affected you a lot?
I think that's why I'm an atheist now.
Do you want to have some sort of faith in your life?
Eh. I mean, so I've done a lot of reading, like, from the Dalai Lama. Like, I think, Buddhism is a cool choice. When I say cool, I don't mean like, oh yeah, that's like, ooh, the thing to do.
No, I know what you mean.
I just mean like it seems really chill, and
Yeah, there's
my husband is also into it, and he taught me a chant because my blood pressure was super high
Mhm.
when it shouldn't have been. I'm 5'9" and 120 pounds,
Okay.
so blood pressure, being really high was weird.
Yeah, for somebody thin as you, for sure.
So my husband taught me this Buddhist chant,
Hmm.
and I started doing it. And you eventually just kind of lose yourself in it, like you're just
No, I meditate every single day, and
I know you do.
I've been doing it for the last 4.5 years, I think, maybe 5 years now. And it's such a great benefit. It's fantastic.
It's
And yeah,
super helpful. Uh it makes my mind just kind of shut up. You know what I mean? Like
yeah,
I can just sit there and just say this chant, and the chant he taught me, it uses the circular breathing, so I don't ever have to stop.
yeah. Does this
And
help?
it's great. And man, my husband's awesome, by
That's,
the way.
by the way, I love hearing that. I love hearing that. That is fantastic. So can we go back to your dad for a minute?
Sure.
How long ago did he pass?
It was a year ago on July 29th.
Oh, that is recent. Absolutely. I'm so sorry. Do you find that these thoughts that you have now, whether it's the breathing techniques or meditation or whatever, does you find that any of that brings you closer to him?
No. Um,
God, I love
it
your
just
answers. I love,
kind of helps me calm down.
yeah,
But no, I don't feel closer to him. No, he's gone.
I love your honest answers. Do you
Thank you.
do you feel, because it seems like in your mind you've already decided once somebody's gone, they're gone.
Right. I do believe that.
I mean, I believe they're gone. Obviously, they're not going to be knocking on your door or anything like that, but their energy still kind of lives in you. The things
In
that,
me and my son,
yeah.
100%. Yeah.
So he's not,
But
yeah.
no, it's not. No, I don't agree with you, I guess.
That's fine. We don't have to agree.
Okay. That's what I love about you.
Yeah.
I miss him so much. It physically hurts. That's how much I miss my dad.
Yeah.
Sorry.
No, no, it's okay. I understand that. It is loss. I mean, I'm not going to ask your age or anything like that, but
He was 67 when he died.
that's way too young.
Yeah.
And I heard, and I'm going to butcher this quote. I heard this just the other day, I think it was yesterday, that we spend the first 40 years of our life collecting people, friends,
Right.
experiences, things like that.
And then the last 40, you lose them.
Yeah, the next 40, you're watching them all go away. And I don't like thinking like that, because I've tried
But
so
it's
hard to
the
live in the
truth.
moment, but it's so true. I have so many friends right now who are sick, and family members who are sick and with very bad illnesses, and right now I consider myself lucky, and I'm not
You know,
going to,
I can tell you one kind of amazing thing.
sure.
My grandmother, my dad's mom, turned 101 on June 30th.
Wow, that is awesome. Or is it? I don't even know. It's like, do I want to be 101 years old? I guess I would if my mind was still the same.
Her mind is great.
God,
Her
I love
only
that.
problem is that she can't hear well. So
That-
she would prefer an email over a phone call.
That's nice.
Yeah, my 101-year-old grandmother would prefer an email.
An email. Hey,
That's always so funny to me.
Yeah, shoot me a text.
Pretty much. She's
Yeah.
like, yeah, just email me. I can't hear you.
Did you ever talk to her
Like-
about what's her secret?
No.
Dude,
But,
you have to do this.
Her
Yeah.
parentage, both of her parents lived well into their 90s.
Wow.
So
So you think
I think
that's, it's one of those.
genetics.
Yeah, genetics does play a big thing, and it's weird. You see people that smoke and drink up until they're 130 years old, you know?
Yep. Yeah. My best friend's great grandmother died in her 90s and never stopped smoking.
Wow.
Like
That's,
that woman would go through a couple of packs a day. And I'm just like, oh my God.
well, maybe she would have been 180 years old. Who knows?
Right.
Wow. Well, first of all, I'm so sorry about your dad, and
Thank you.
it's rough. I mean, we've had on these shows lately, we've had a lot of death calls, you know, and I told the story about my dad died when I was 18, my mom when I was 20, I think. And
I don't know how the fuck you dealt with that, dude.
I
really
don't know how I did either. You know, it was
You were a
weird.
kid.
I was a kid and I was extremely scared and selfish and didn't know who to talk to about it. I still don't think I've ever talked to anybody about it.
Well,
You know,
Sherry would be a good start.
yeah, I just feel like
You're over it now,
not over it. It's been so
but you're done with the talking. I guess
it's been so long that
there's nothing really to say.
yeah, what I remember, I want to remember the good things. I don't want to
Mhm.
remember the bad things. But even today, I still, I'll see something or hear something, and it'll remind me of a
Mhm.
couple of the crappiest moments I've ever had.
Yep.
And it's like, and then I'll
Yep.
remind myself, dude, you're in your 60s. And you're still thinking about mommy and daddy. You know, it's
Of course you are. They're your fucking parents,
it
dude.
sucks. And, you know, it's just
But
weird.
I mean, that's not weird at all.
Yeah.
It's not. They're your parents. They're
Yeah.
always going to be your parents. You're always going to be their kid.
Yeah.
And at least at some degree, you're always going to feel like their child.
Yeah.
And maybe when, you have feelings that are kind of childlike, that's when you think about your parents.
Yeah.
There's nothing wrong with that.
Well, you know what? I'm going to leave with that advice from you. I love it. I love it. And
Thank you.
and feel, it's okay to be upset. It's okay to miss. It's okay to do all of that kind of stuff. But you sound like somebody who knows.
It doesn't matter how old you are. You're
Yeah.
always going to miss somebody.
Yeah. Well,
My fiance died when I was 21.
oh my
So I
God,
was like, what the fuck am I supposed to do now?
I can't even imagine.
And then I met my husband.
Oh God.
And we've been together for 20 years now.
And sounds like he's been a gift.
He's an absolute fucking gem.
I love hearing that.
He loves y'all too, by the way.
Well, tell him hi. And I wish,
I will.
and I wish
His
my,
name's Nick.
hey Nick, I wish that my wife would say stuff like you do about
What do
me.
you mean?
I don't know. I have no idea what she says or about me to any of her friends. I don't think she trashes me or anything, but we are in each other's face all the time.
Same. And oh, by the way, you've got 2 kids too. So
yeah, I don't get any of that. No thanks.
So yeah, there you go. At least you don't deal with that shit.
Well, there you go. Well, thanks so much for the call. I'm glad I took it. I'm glad I did the extra call. You made my night.
I'm glad you did too. Thank you, Derek.
Thank you. Have a great weekend.
You too, man.
Bye. I'm loving this. I don't know if you guys know this or not, but I am digging this. Obviously, I'm going to have some problems. These are things I need to work on. I need to work on a phone line. It's not fun for anybody when you hear boop, boop, people calling in. I don't know if I could do something like that, but it's not your fault for trying to call the show. I am asking you to call, so I understand that. I'm learning what needs to be done, but I love the idea of this show. I love talking to you guys. I've learned so much. I mean, she made me feel so good right then. Made me feel good. I like it. So, guys, have a great weekend and do all that stuff they ask you to do. Share the show. comment. They say if you comment on it, then YouTube puts you more in their algorithm. So if you're watching on YouTube, if you would please comment on the show, I'd really appreciate it. There's going to be there's going to be an edited version of that coming up. Because the live shows are live. All right, that's the way to watch it. When I post this back on YouTube and it turns into a podcast, all this stuff's gonna be edited out, and you're just gonna get the meat, potatoes, and stuff. So thanks for joining me live, is what I'm saying. Thank you, Keith. Thank you, Kinsley. Thank you very much. Reported the viewer bot. There was a viewer bot, huh? Thank you, Kinsley. I appreciate you for looking out for people in the chat. Thanks to everybody in the chat. I really appreciate you guys for being here. It really means a lot. Spending some of your Saturday night with me. That's super cool. And I hope you guys have a fantastic weekend. This will post in an edited form. I believe I'll get it up by Monday. And then I'm going to do a bunch more shows next week. I'm going to do a bunch of these, and then I will post those throughout the rest of the month. So get ready for going live, and please share it. And thanks so much thanks so much for I think I know who that is. That's why I'm hanging up on it. I think it's Southern Justin, and this is not going to be that kind of show. I'm not going to let that happen to this. So thanks, guys. I appreciate you guys. Love you guys. Have a good night.